can call me Mickey Mouse. I ought to beat your
Bubba he's the man behind Flossin. Bubba runs this ship.
Bubba.
Bubba. Oh, God.
I've been to hell already. I understand what it is I'm after. I grew up in Patterson, New Jersey. You know, I mean, you can't get no deeper in hell and in poverty than that. That's not what I'm all about. It's actually a spiritual reality of what we're trying to accomplish at Flossin Magazine. It's about making that contribution.
He pushes you to be better. It's like if you're on a plateau, he doesn't allow you to stay there. He'll either make you rise up or jump off. Bottom line.
Bubba was an NFL player. Bubba still is an NFL player. Bubba's approach to most things are from a football mentality.
Not only is football a real significant part of my life, it is the very institution that has formed me and made me the man that I am. I don't want this focus to be on me. What I want to do is to be a focus on.
To me, Flossin Magazine is about success.
The difference with other magazines is that you get a 750-word blip about what they got, what they did, and perhaps a little bit about what's going on in their life.
As we say, Flossin used to mean showing off, you know, matching shoes, shirt, clothes. Flossin in its evolved state is a reflection of your inner self, demonstrated in your outer world.
What's number one to me is that I'm putting out a product out there that people could actually respect and they grow and they get something from. Grambling was like an ambassadorship. It's very rarely, you know, in the Northwest that we get a little taste of that. Because, you know, black colleges, man, they got a little different thing going on, a little different twist.
From the first note, you can hear the Grambling State Band throughout the entire stadium. The 59,000 person that was there could hear that band. And that was an example of their heart. That was an example of who they were. The band was extraordinary by far.
The Grambling thing was kind of interesting.
How it works is, you know, when two teams have bands that play, is that on first downs or on touchdowns, the team responsible for that gets to play. Well, if one team is dominant over another team, that would mean that that other team would never get to play. Now, for somebody traveling thousands of miles to come play, that would be a little disheartening.
We know the game just like they know the game, but they want us to adopt to their style of doing things. But the way it's going, you got the superior team, and you're telling us your all rules, we never get a chance to play. So that's why I just shut it off and say, hey, man, there's a failure to communicate here. You're telling me how your rules work, and I'm telling y'all how our rules work. So take your little piece of paper and quit it.
And so Grambling had to deal with that. At certain times, they had to override the system and play anyway.
I think that there were some areas that could have been capitalized on a little bit more in that effort of their ambassadorship. I believe that there was some pre and post things that could have taken place. I think that we could have used their ambassadorship as a stepping stone for race relations and introducing some other types of elements, educational elements and needs. You know, the SWAC needs things. That is a historic shrine that needs to be protected, to be supported.
After the game, everybody stayed. They stayed for one reason and for one reason alone, is to see the Grambling State Band.
It's a very wonderful band, and there's a lot of bands that could take lessons from those guys.
That whole thing was a real inspirational. It was a real pleasure to be a part of, and it was great to watch how that Grambling band, because you know, that Grambling band been ruling America for a lot of years, man.
That ain't nobody's.
You mean my music editor?
I go all day. I can sleep when I die. So I'm ready to take this to the top.
Troy's the music editor. Troy's an interesting fellow.
Troy is a regulator. He runs around and makes sure the temperature doesn't get too hot or too cold.
And if you ask him, he had to brainstorm for all of this.
Troy's tough. You know, we had some, we went toe-to-toe a couple of times, or head-to-head, or whatever you want to call them.
If you really want to know Fawn, if I as much as you did, I'd have been fired.
You don't want to push Troy too far, too fast, you know.
It was a real big challenge to kind of work something out.
Do I want to swallow my pride and get along with this person, or give up this job? Fawn is going to be Fawn, you know? And I'm going to be me, and you can't go through life changing people.
All of a sudden, he's like somebody that I really count on in this organization.
When you're a young company trying to do things, trying to shake and move, you know, you need some loyal soldiers, and Troy has proven to be one of those soldiers. Flossin has had the opportunity to be a part of the BET Awards over the last several years.
It's your boy Neo out here, Flossin Magazine. Yo, we on the red carpet at the BET Comedy Awards.
We're proud to be a part of those types of things that will allow us to cover people of color doing successful things and being honored for the things in which they've done.
Being on a red carpet in Los Angeles, California, I don't have to say any more than that. Plus, I was looking real fly, and y'all will see that. You feel what I'm saying?
We got hot interviews. We got the beautiful ladies. You probably saw my future ex-wife.
They were asking questions that nobody else on the red carpet was asking.
I got a question for you. Did Bruce hit it? How much protein I need today? I'm coming to the party where you at tonight. Where's that?
Across the street.
Man, can I come with you?
Oh, you right. Ooh, you're so flossy.
God, I want to get at her. I think my game is tight enough.
Go get it. I dare you.
Let me see if she'll look over this way. Tracy.
Miss Ross.
I lost my house.
Okay, listen, I'm like trying to concentrate. All I'm hearing is you're killing me.
Got to. Tracy, I didn't know you were that fine in person. Damn. You got any movies coming out or anything?
They made me feel right at home in LA on the red carpet at the BET Comedy Awards.
You know I got on the latest dashiki throwback. This is Mutombo's high school jersey, you mother sucker.
Gotta know how to look good, bro. I always remember that. Never bring your FICO score with you.
What you gotta do is hang out one day. We go shopping or something, man. You know what I mean? It's all about coordination, man. You get my rims on, get my rims. Them damn spinners right there, boy. These are the original spinners, man. Forget that Navigator XLA stuff, man. These are the original spinners, man.
It was a very successful event. Mark Lawrence got the Icon Award, which he deserves.
How is it, brother, to know that you're receiving the coveted Icon Award? Give me some insight on that, brother.
It's a beautiful feeling. I can't believe it's me, but I'm gonna take it and run with it and enjoy it.
Hands down, nobody can beat Martin. Movies and sitcom, Martin as a person, and I want him to continue on, and let's do a movie together, Martin and Bruce.
It's really difficult to be a male lead in this business for 20 years. It's good that, you know, the community is recognizing him because he really's been doing like really great work.
All the hoopla, everything that's going on, I'm loving it.
There again is an opportunity for us as black people to shine, have the ability to touch people, you know, that are real significant. So that's what the BET Awards was about for us.
I think we kept our business straight. We had our game faces on, and we represented Flossin to the fullest.
Whew, Fawn Aberson. Man, that's a mouthful.
I was actually at a party and Fawn came up next to me and she was standing there. So I looked at her, I'm like, what? And she was like, are you Troy? And I was like, yeah, who are you? And she's like, I'm Fawn Aberson in Flossin Magazine.
Fawn Aberson, I'm the executive editor of Flossin Magazine, or I take care of the executive washroom, I like to call it.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it is that she's supposed to do because she's everywhere.
On paper, my job is to...
I can't always be the one at the office making sure that everybody feels safe and okay.
I disseminate information to the other departments of Flossin, find leads for the stories, for the content of the magazine. I also go after advertising and identify advertising clients.
If you ever want to wake up first thing in the morning and have angina, speak to Fawn first thing in the morning.
The weather sucked. The weather was cold.
We out here at Chris Dudley's second annual Benefit for Diabetes. Look at this. Let me show y'all red carpet Portland, Oregon style. Look at that. Portland, Oregon style.
I don't think I've ever seen a sunshine in Portland.
We're getting the local weather right now. I came up from LA today and it was warm down south, but such is life here.
Typical Oregon right here. Yeah, that's Oregon sunshine, absolutely.
Despite the weather we're known to have here in Portland, all the celebrities still came out to support a good cause.
It's awesome to be here. I'm really, really excited that, we're here for the kids, and to help support the children with diabetes.
If I can lend a hand or bring a face to something and help people have awareness of it and help raise some money for it, I'm all there.
Well, anything, God's in support. A friend of Chris.
It's a wonderful event, and it's a great chance for us all to come out and support it.
I have a son, Max, who's 5 years old, that got diagnosed with diabetes a couple of years ago. And it's one of those things that totally changes your life. We're just here to support Chris and what he's doing, and hopefully one day there will be a cure, and Max, who wants to be a football player or a fireman or something like that, will be able to do, realize his dreams and goals.
It's a disease that never goes away. You have it 24/7. It's something you have to always worry about and manage. And at our camp, what we try to do is tell kids that even though you have this disease, if you take care of it, you can be whatever it is you want to be. I have so many people to thank. I just think it's tremendous how many people have come out for this.
Let's go inside and get warm. Once we got inside, both celebrities and business people hit the poker tables, and in the process raised over $150,000 for children's diabetes. Bubba's over there winning big chips, not for Flossin, but for the benefit itself. Let everybody understand I had a good time. I can't say much more. It's been overwhelming. The experience has been great. Check out Flossin. We're coming up on the ride. We'll see you again. What's up?
It's pronounced Buko.
Buko is a guy that's not of this planet. He has only one name.
Buko's the graphic designer, and he's kind of like a mad scientist. I don't think he has much human contact throughout the day.
At first, me and Buko clashed. Buko told me to shut the up.
I did. I told him to shut the up and let you finish what I was saying.
My first thought was I'm about to whoop his because ain't nobody gonna tell me to shut the up.
But it blew over.
I had to make a decision between wringing Buko's neck or doing my job.
I get along with everybody.
We've all given him hell, and he's given us hell back, but I'm glad he's here.
After me and Buko actually worked together and we was in the pit doing the layout, we became real cool. Buko's my man. He won't let go of rock and roll when we making an urban lifestyle magazine.
Some of the earlier issues of Flossin magazine was single-handedly put together by Buko.
He really wants to see Flossin succeed.
I really enjoy Flossin magazine, putting it together, working with the people.
What's up, Portland? Flossin is being able to be part and own your own corporation. That's Flossin.
Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and Be Real, and Warren G, they have history with a lot of my demographic, a lot of my age group. I grew up to those brothers.
What Warren wanted to do was he was just coming out with his new release and his new record, and he wanted to put together a download that would support the people in New Orleans.
We dedicating all the proceeds to the people with the Hurricane Katrina, and we feel the pain for them people out there, but we're gonna ride with them.
Now, Flossin's all over that kind of stuff, man. Because that's what Flossin's really all about. It really does get behind them successful people who acknowledge areas that are having some issues, and they step up and they be a part of that.
It's just interesting to see them evolve. These guys who were sons of hip-hop, who grew up sort of with these reputations, are now grooming, and they're doing relief efforts. They're all fathers.
I don't want my kids to be without a father. You know what I'm saying? I want to see my kids grow up and be in high school and in college and be successful. I don't want to be another statistic out here in the street.
It feels good to see those brothers exemplify who they are today and to not have fallen to the violence that we speak in our music.
When I first started, I just wanted to rap. That was my thing. I didn't think about none of this other stuff, and I just, used that and motivated myself and said, at the end of the year, I want to be here, and then try to figure out how did I get to the next steps, and then I started producing, and then it just started kind of leading to other things. So just having a plan. To this day, beginning of the year, I come with a plan on where I want to be at the end of the year, and then throughout the year, I figure out what I need to do to get there.
Whatever you do, if you fall, you got to get up. I've had many falls in my life, but I got up, dusted myself off, got on the horse, tried to get it, and that's what it's all about.
It was really nice to be a part of that and watch them brothers have a common goal to accomplish with that stuff. Because usually when you're in those kinds of events, man, you see it's just everybody on their own and they're all for themselves. And one of the things that was really exciting, man, was to have access to them, communicate with them, and be open and receptive.
What's up to Flossin Magazine in Portland, Oregon? Be real, Cypress Hill. Peace out.
I want y'all to pay attention, man.
What do we say DeSean is? He's a pit bull? That's right, he's a pit bull.
It took a lot of pressure off me because before he came, I was the pit bull.
Whatever. It may show a little bit of my demeanor. They say I have a pit bull attitude. That's just gonna take no.
I like DeSean. I like rebellion.
Yeah, he has anger issues.
If anger is my only issue, I'm one up. I'm gonna take a time bomb to somebody who with. The one thing I'm doing is I'm not fronting. I can be a gorilla when I need to be one. I keep it urban. I'm the one that keeps it real. If y'all really want to know what a reality series is, you're looking at it. If that makes me a pit bull, I guess I'm a pit bull.
Man, he's like real focused in what he does, and he's real dedicated to what he does, and he does a damn good job at it.
I'm part creator, part producer, part editor. I do the damn thing, man.
DeSean was one of the first people that I met from Momentum Studios.
Basically, it's a two-man team. Me and my man, Trinity. We do all the camera work. We do all the thought process behind where we should go with the show.
These are very talented young men, okay? And you're gonna see that as this footage goes on, and I'm really inspired to be a part of that and to see that what we're trying to accomplish together, it keeps moving forward and that these brothers' art is shown to the world. It just so happened that Flossin had a previous relationship with the Floyd Mayweather camp.
They called us first and they actually said, we're coming into town. Where should we go? What radio stations and media should we use? What's going on? What do you think?
That marked the stage for some pretty exciting changes in times for us here. There were some real big players involved in that. The Jordan brand was involved with it. The Benson Hotel was involved with it. Goosen and Tudor and the Rose Garden was involved with it. Being a part of great opportunities and great events is what really makes a media company a successful company.
Don't worry about me, I got this. I've been holding this down for 10 years straight. Don't worry about me, I got this.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, stepping up to the scale from Grand Rapids, Michigan, now hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, 44-0, 23 knockouts. Welcome to three-time world champion and current WBC Super Lightweight champion, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
I'm just truly blessed to be in the position that I'm in. God could have chose anybody else, but I'm just glad he chose me. I believe in myself when nobody else believed in me. Now I'm at the top of the throne. I kept telling people for years that when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be at the top. And I truly believe that I'm one of the best fighters ever in the sport of boxing.
Personally, I think, right now, Floyd, pound for pound, is the best fighter in the world.
The boy H-Flow, 50 Rich Records, my man Bags, LaGuardia.
Yeah.
Atlantic City, Cleveland.
Y'all gotta know too, man, it's Filthy Rich. This Floyd Mayweather label, it's a real legit label. It's not like no BS like a lot of boxers, I ain't gonna say no name. The athletes, period, come out with labels and it don't really be nothing, you know what I mean? Like, this is a serious, we take this serious.
Yeah, man.
Floyd PB take it serious. He love it. Like he tell us all the time, like boxing is the job. Like music is like his passion. That's what he love to do.
The guy want to box, like in our boxing, people want to slow. I I'll slug him. I toe-to-toe fight, I'll fight him.
I don't look at Floyd as an arrogant person. Confidence and arrogance, they roll hand in hand. They're close to each other. People can get them misconstrued. Did I say that right? They can get it real up.
What do you do after the fight, man? You go to the after party. We hosting it. We about to go to H2O. It's about to be real big, real thick, real crazy.
When Flossin throw a party, we throw a party.
We'll go up in the spot. It's gonna be real good. I got my peoples with you. It's the official launch party. Flossin Magazine, Flossin TV. Yo, let's do it, man. The bar is on this dude.
And that party was a very successful event for us. All the people who attended had a great time. We had a wonderful time. And the party, all I know is that the next parties we throw, they got to be bigger than the ones we've been throwing. Because the venue can't hold the amount of people that be trying to get up in them parties.
The show is about
what it takes to bring a media company up online. Now, I'm not just talking about a magazine. I'm talking about a full-blown media company.
It's like the coverage, the interviews, the disagreements that we have.
I'm under control. Tell this motherfucker don't scream at me, man.
We cover high-profile events nationally, locally.
What we struggle with, the pros and cons, what we laugh about, what we cry about, what we pray about, what we run from, all those kinds of things.
The reason why I think a show like this would be successful in this market is because there's a lack of urban representation.
The Northwest is a pretty precarious place. I mean, it's different. It is not necessarily a slam dunk for black businesses or businesses of color in the Northwest.
I mean, it's here, but the reason you don't see it because people don't feed it. People don't feed the urban culture here.
They're not introduced to it properly, or they don't have the insight that we would have on it. And something, I think that's something that we're going to bring to the market. Basically, right here in a city or a state that's, you know, the demographic is predominantly white people.
We're not trying to create enemies, but we are trying to share some of the difficulties it takes to just be a part of a community and try to grow a business as being a black-run, black-owned business.
I think the possibilities for Flossin is limitless. It has the capability to go anywhere.
I'm really excited about the potential for the next year for Flossin. We're going to go out there and grab them by the neck and take them by storm.
It's just going to grow. I just don't see it stopping. I think everybody involved feels the same way that I do.
Yeah, I think it can survive and I think it can dominate.
We got some real valuable substance and quality to bring to the marketplace. And that's essentially what Flossin really is all about.